politics flag. Otherwise, someone might get scared or unpleasantly polarized. Okay, so what happened with the coup behind that gal? Was it over quickly and did they avoid an ugly, violent conflict? It's a coup. I'm aware that during the early 90s, the bad stuff was happening in former Yugoslavia, and in the mid-90s, it was Rwanda. I didn't see the first episode. Believe the latter situation was purely internal. Massive ethnic hate went out of control. Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen this part of it, so we shall see. I did go through it and TOS edit it. Coup is not usually so pleasant. No, it's not. It also is one of those coups that just like wasn't for the people, you know, and so many of them are. They never really are for the people, are they? But like had the effect of yeah. Speaking of coups, I did see a nice clip earlier today of a this is a South Korean man? Is that where the coup is happening right now? What it felt like to live through the collapse of communism and democracy. Anyway, a soldier was trying to take this guy's phone, and he literally did one of these like little maneuvers where he like deflected his hand and spun the soldier around, and the guy's just like, whoa, man, hey, hold on. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Chechnya. Russian troops massing outside Grozny, Chechnya. What was that? October 1994. Oh, incoming ad. It'll be interesting to see if I remember what I edited out of this one. Oh, yeah. I did start using novelty stickers, so. Queen Elizabeth visiting the Bolshoi Ballet, October 1994. Love a monarch. Big fans of those here in America. I was there. I shook Lizzie's hands that day. My goodness. What? It's a pretty wild coincidence. Yeah, I thought so. Back in Chechnya? Vladimir Zernovsky's something birthday party. Zernovsky had now become powerful. Ah, yes, one of the oligarchs. His ultra-nationalist party had a quarter of the seats in the Russian parliament. Not the oligarch, the nationalist. They were called the Liberal Democrats. I love that. Words mean lots of things. He was Boris Yeltsin's enemy. Sarnovsky believed an invasion of Chechnya would be the start of Russia recovering its lost power and glory, and would also bring him power. I think he's probably more concerned about that second part. Moscow. There's no milk here. The shelves are empty. Will there be any milk? No milk today. Now I know what to do. I'll let this speak for itself. Yo.
Yo, check this out. Check that out, yo.
Check that out, yo. Yo, check this out. You check that out, yo? Wait, the city of Norilsk had been built on the top of the largest deposit of nickel in the world. It was the source of much of Russia's wealth. The city was now collapsing. Thousands were without heat in sub-zero temperatures. It's very cold in here. Very cold indeed. Feels like outside. It's like Texas. We didn't enter this room at all. It's impossible to be here. Do you feel it? The air is so cold. You can see it in your breath. How long have you been living like this? Since November, when there was an accident at the thermal power plant. It's a nightmare. They only resumed the water supply 3 days ago. What is the administration doing? The administration tells us nothing. They say the accident is a serious business. Bear with us, we will do our best. I am freezing at work too because the accident has affected there as well. Moscow. The Communist Party was now completely marginalized. It's like this is one of those stories where the only good guys are the people. There's no one. There's no hero. There's no heroic party that's gonna save everybody. Just the Queen was watching a performance of Hamlet. Oh, interesting. Looks like she's having a great time. She's horrified, yeah. She's like, what have they done to my English theater? To the bard. Yeah, check that out. Check this out, yo. I mean, okay, hold on. If you're a war gamer, this is just like the dream. I have participated in some tabletop battles, and none of them have ever looked quite this epic. Chechen Defense Unit. Ah, yes. You know, strong Chechen army. If I was a war gamer, convince the acquisitions department that I needed Lego. Yeah. Exactly. Good morning, Emmy. We're looking at a Chechen defense unit. Airfield outside Grozny. Uh-oh. See, that's what they were saying they'd do to Texas. You know? That's what you were talking about, Eigen. Columns of tanks were sent to capture the capital, Grozny. Yep, yeah. No more airfields for you. Kazan, capital of Tatarstan. Sergei Sashurun was one of the leading gangsters in Russia. He had sent weapons to defend the Russian parliament when it was attacked by President Yeltsin, which is a cool thing that happened. He was now on trial for fraud and intimidation. Shashurin said it was a show trial because he fought against Yeltsin's coup. Sit tight and listen carefully. You'll understand everything about the coup. About contract killings, who killed who, and why I'm here. Be seated. The hearing of the case against Sergei Shashurin. Prosecution and defense. Are there any objections to cameras in court? You're kidding. The more cameras filming this trial, the better. All right, then. I actually got mail yesterday and was able to get that appointment to get to a new ID. Got my provisional ID with some luck and pick up a proper ID before Christmas. Hey, congratulations, Emmy. That's great news. What a frustrating system. But it's good that it's actually like you're making some progress. I think this lady is just selling this other lady some bars of soap. Arson Pride. Oh, it's an emote. You should be able to see it in on the video. I think. Yeah. Like it should be in the chat. Wait, where is the chat? Did I lose? I lost the on-screen chat somehow. I think. Hold on. One sec. No, this is the one I want. Yeah, okay. There we go. Let me copy this. No, I'm glad you said something because I didn't notice that I'd lost the chat. So, there we go. Yeah, better now. Anyway, yeah, I think she's selling some soap or something. Or packs of tissues. There we go. Shoes. An oil spill in Usinsk, 2,020 kilometers north of Moscow. So we'll finish the last part on Sunday. and then we'll start the next one. The Lenin Museum on Red Square was being closed. What to do with all these Lenins? The paintings were stripped out and the sculptures broken up. That's sad. I really liked What Must Be Done. And Imperialism. Preserved brains of the leaders of the communist revolution. When I say imperialism, I mean the book, not the concept. Love a preserved brain. Right, imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism. He also wrote The State and Revolution and What Is to Be Done, which are the only three that I've read. May the Russians and all generations of Russians be damned to hell. So this must be back in Chechnya. They are killing women and children. Everyone. Children, women. We don't know what to do. We are from the October district. They are killing us at the hospitals everywhere. We are sick and tired of Russia. How long can we tolerate it? This war doesn't end. What should we do? They're just bombing and bombing. There is no rest. Just bombing and bombing. That will help Russia. That's what's going to restore Russia's sense of national pride and dignity, is bombing Chechnya. The Museum of Space Achievement in Moscow had become a club. So it was a car dealership. Now it's a nightclub. It would be a cool nightclub. Oh, it cut the audio. This part, I guess. Just imagine some, I don't know, bumping space beats. They got cages and all kinds of stuff. Boris Berezovsky was now the most powerful. It's a lot of chewing gum. Most powerful of the oligarchs. Yeah. He employed a private army of Chechen gangsters to protect him. In June 1995, a rival group of Russian gangsters tried to kill Berezovsky. Oh yeah, here's an edit, I think. I hope. Yes, all right, yeah. A car bomb decapitated his driver, but Berezovsky escaped. Which is the shot of an inside of a car. You couldn't really see much, but it was enough. Chechen gangsters from Russia training in the Caucasus Mountains. Caucasus Mountains? It's a lot of stuff to blow up. But I mean, who doesn't like blowing stuff up? Tbilisi, Georgia. What a cutie. Genuinely me. Not even New Year's shit, yeah. Beautiful. I used to be able to float walk. It's like there's just this sort of very careful heel to toe walking you can do. So it kind of looks like you're floating in a long dress. When I was a rainbow girl, we were supposed to walk light as air in our performances or whatever. Zaranovsky hired a boat. Hired a boat to do what? For the parliamentary elections. Okay. Cool. I guess you need a boat for that. He wanted his party to control parliament. A boat helps. So he could become president. Well, sure, but why the boat? I don't think you need a boat for that. So this year we'll cover the whole of Russia, from Kaliningrad to Kamchatka. So if one deputy travels to one city once a month, in 10 months we'll have covered 600 cities. I'm going to turn my volume up a bit. In 2 years we'll have covered 1,200 cities. That'll do us. Yeah, that's all you need. Just go to each city once. As we promised this, no one will be hungry, no one will be jobless, no one will be homeless. This we will do for you immediately within 2 or 3 months. The prices will stop rising, and we'll do away with the outrageous exchange rate of the dollar. Never will we give them 2,000 of our golden Russian rubles for one of their Pepsi Cola dollars. The dollar is based on nothing but chewing gum. Hey, that's a lot of chewing gum. There is one more thing. We have to unify. Wait. Hold on. Sorry. There's one more thing. We have to unify solidarity. So they stop confusing our Cossacks. There is an enemy to the south. Sort them out. Here are the arms. Attack in any direction you choose. Wherever there is anarchy, disruption, and anti-state activity, go ahead. Goodbye, dear citizens, dear voters. We're doing everything for you that's in our power. We'll never cheat or betray you. Goodbye. Yeah, totally. Das Vidanya. Never cheat or betray you. Indeed. The Russian tanks entered Grozny on New Year's Eve. Today was a good day for anarchists. I'm just gonna say. The Minister of Defense had promised they would take the city in 2 hours. You see, anarchists believe in this thing called propaganda of the deed. Pretty big day for the propaganda of the deed. That's all. Turned into a disaster. Chechen fighters surrounded and destroyed the tanks. Yeah, this stuff never seems to work out very well for the invading forces. Hundreds of Russian teenage conscripts were killed. Russian military headquarters outside Grozny. I'm not sure they took that city in 2 hours. Yeah, I don't think so. It was an overwhelming defeat for the Russians. It's gonna piss off a bunch of moms, too. You might have missed the clip of the Russian mothers in the last one. So the generals decided to use another tactic. I really hope I caught everything. This one's kind of scary. I expect bombardment is next, yeah. Yeah. This feels familiar. It's just like, it's worth noting, these are just, like, people. Every time they show the Chechen Defense Forces, it's just like 4 guys wearing their warm clothes and carrying their personal rifles. This was pretty rough. A kid screaming about the dead person. And the next one is a mother, I believe, holding her kid, who doesn't appear to be dead, but I wasn't sure. But an ambulance, which is just like a VW bus, arrives, and some people come and carry him off. Yeah. Later, boner. And a lady on a bench. Just like, you know, hanging out. Yeah. I think there's one more sort of violent bit in a little while. Shashurin, do you want to make a statement? You told people that you didn't have a case against me. How come it's starting all over again? Shashurin, I have to remind you that we should follow the court procedure. Bring me one piece of physical evidence. Bring me one truck I'm meant to have stolen. Prove that I stole 1.5 billion rubles. Or 1.5 rubles for all they're worth. Can you prove it? I was arrested after the events at the White House and accused of trying to assassinate Yeltsin. 5 machine guns were planted in my car. That's why the Defense Ministry is trying hard to wipe this fact from the court records. Lenzel hates this part. I think by the time you're sitting on a bench in a city that's being bombarded to pieces, you're probably pretty disassociated, maybe in shock. Yeah. Do you need any clothes? No, this jacket is fine. Yeah. She was just there. Breaking coal in the Vorkuta mine north of the Arctic Circle. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I watch this and it's sad, but then I just remember that, like, a lot of this is still happening to a lot of people in a variety of places all over the world. And it's like, don't know. Then it just becomes, I don't know, like informative. A suburb of Kiev, Ukraine. Yeah, I mean, I think about the Palestinians all the time. Like everything they're subjected to, everything they're undergoing, you know. They talk about what Hamas is doing. Hamas is mostly just like, at this point, what they're calling Hamas is just like some dudes in their only clothes, carrying their personal weapons, trying to defend the people around them. This is some Chechen gangsters going to war. I think one of the things is different in modern times. We hear and see news of stuff happening, but this kind of thing has gone on since Rome, Egypt, Babylon, and Sumeria, yeah. Moscow, City Day celebrations. Right. It's a bear. They got a dancing bear. They taught him to dance. He wiggles for stuff. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Now it's more visible. Because so many people, all over the world have smartphones and can document their experiences. Despite privatization, the government still controlled many key industries. Not for long. That were vital to the society. The oligarchs wanted to get hold of those industries as well. They came up with a plan. They offered to lend their looted wealth back to the government, but in return, they would get shares of the remaining industries. Of course. How altruistic. They knew the loans would never be repaid. So they would get control of the industries for a fraction of their real value. The looting. It continues. Berezovsky and his partner Roman Abramovich got shares of the giant oil corporation Sibneft. Abramovich. Oh, there's an ad running. Another oligarch, Vladimir Potanin. Wait, what? Got the shares for Norilsk Nickel. Oh, jeez. They got my boy Bram. It controlled all the mines and much of the city. R.I.P. Wingarilla. Mikhail Khodorkovsky got control of the Yukos Corporation, which controlled the rest of Russia's oil. It meant that seven men were about to get hold of the great mineral wealth of Russia. That name rings a bell. For almost nothing. Sounds about right. The basis of the country's power and security was now in the hands of the oligarchs. Why, shh. St. Petersburg. Just some dudes hanging out. That's not a good sign. It's a pretty bad sign, actually. I feel like there might at some point be some issues with those guys dancing. Yeah. NPC music, yeah. Opening of the Rolls-Royce showroom in Moscow. That's what they need. Ah, yes. It's important. Lots of, need for luxury. That was a very nice suit. I liked his vibes. I mean, I liked the look, but... Opening of an arms fair in cathedral town of Vladimir. 5 people can afford one in Moscow. Right, yeah. None of those people there could actually buy it. They're just there so they can see one. Oh, good. The arms fair, where you can buy. I mean, there are 7 oligarchs, so 7 people. Cool. I'm not sure what we're demonstrating here. Oh, we're back on the boat. More NPC music. Flamethrower, I'm thinking, our country, yeah, that makes sense. They were probably demonstrating the flamethrower and not the coat that's on fire. I was just assuming it was the coat that was on fire. The main problem today is this. Our country is once more faced with its historical mission to save humanity, to save Western Europe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is how I see world history developing. This continent is dying little by little. It's being sucked dry. Wars, terrible diseases, it's no threat to us. I'm talking about Africa, the continent. Black Africa is going to die of its own diseases. It will never represent an element of civilization. And when I was in America, I told them, this is yours, here you are. Let's reorganize the world along the axis, north-south, 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 north-south. But we will get more than anyone. There you go. It's got a little Lebensraum. I'm sorry. It's like I literally there was a Times of Israel post today about how the Israeli people need Lebensraum expansion. So wait, does Russia get Australia or not? I think they do. I think. Sorry, Australians. I think you're Russian now. Yeah. It's like, why Times of Israel? Why did you need to invoke that particular concept? Yes, they did. Now, this is a blog post. This is a blog post by a writer on the Times of Israel website, and they took it down pretty quickly afterwards. But the headline was, Israel, needs, I don't remember the exact phrasing, but it included the word. Yes. Which is cool and good. Cool and good. A little manifest destiny for Israel. Yeah. Well, yeah, they talked about population density and how Israel has one of the highest population densities, and had like this like chart of it, and talked about how the Israeli people need, you know, more space for activities. Just, yeah, you know, cool. Victory Day in Kyrgyzstan. President Akiyev hands out awards. Got some good awards and hats. Yeah. Lebensraum needed for Israel's exploding population. Yeah, posted 2 days ago. The Tian Shan mountain system, 3,600 kilometers from Moscow. Kyrgyzstan had become the center for heroin smuggling from Afghanistan. Hospital for recovering addicts. It's a real bummer. Oh yeah, hospital for recovering addicts. The patients are tied to their beds. That's also a real bummer. The presidential palace in Grozny. The real bummer is that we're going to see a lot more opioid deaths in the coming years. Oh, dang. Because Afghanistan isn't exporting heroin anymore due to Taliban. Oh, dang. Yeah. So it's fentanyl everywhere? Yeah. Yeah, it's been fentanyl everywhere here for a while now, and that's like all anyone can get. And yeah. And we have a lot of opioid deaths. So yeah, I hadn't heard that in particular. The party of war around Yeltsin had promised the invasion would restore his power. Ah, yes, that's what they do. Invade a country, and you get more powerful. But Yeltsin did not control the media. Uh-oh. Every night, the Russian people were shown footage from Chechnya. Uh-oh. His popularity crashed. Uh-oh. Oh, he really amps up the drinking in this episode, too. A new kind of opposition rose up. What do we got? What's this one? Mothers of hundreds of Russian soldiers traveled to the front line. Oh, now this is good shit. This is that good shit. They wanted to persuade their sons to desert. Send the moms in. Imagine. You're a young conscript. And your mom and hundreds of your friends' moms all show up. And say, we're gonna be here where you're shooting stuff until, you leave. Nina meeting her son Pavel outside his base in Chechnya. They just show up in your trench and start hitting you with a wooden spoon, yeah. Tomorrow I'll be waiting for you at the post office. I'll be there by 7 a.m., okay? Good boy, Pavel. Think over what I said. Good for Nina. You'll find out. That must be those incendiary rounds again, like you mentioned before, Sergeant Major. Next morning, the post office. The warrant officer told me my mom had come and was waiting at the post office. These were his exact words. If she wants you to go, go. While we are at the airport base here, everything is quiet. But if we are sent into Grozny to fight, then he won't go there himself. He has a wife and child. My mama would have belted me on that tank, yeah. It's a senseless war. We are fighting mercenaries, hired killers. They are giving guns to lads like me, who've never held one in their lives. Just like pointing them in a direction and saying, the Kamchatka Peninsula on the far eastern coast. Nice. I always bring my briefcase to the beach. A safe playground. No tetanus there. But I think that might just be a true flare form just to light up the sky. If they use it on targets, it's a war crime. Ah. Oh, okay. I don't know what it is. A true flare form. Gotcha. The KGB school in Moscow. New graduates taking the oath. Ah, new spooks. I feel the same about the CIA. At least those kids probably had access to tetanus vaccines. I hope so. Oh, I didn't block it because he was alive, but oh, but then I did because he moved, and I realized he was missing an arm. Which I believe was what was hanging off of this tank. It was a little hard to tell. Yeah. Russian Communist Rally for Women's Day Moscow. Yeah, this is my TOS friendly edit, though I think I need to go back through there and add some more stuff. All power to the Soviets. All power to the Soviets. Oh, this is a Soviet rally. A pro-Soviet rally. Vladimir Zhirinovsky attacking an opponent in parliament who said he was a fascist. Oh, he put her in a headlock. Pulled her hair. Sick and tired of daily strife. And the left is a dead-end street. Jesus. So I'll go and look for the forces of the right. I will seek out Zhirinovsky and his men. Vladimir Zhirinovsky is a regular Russian guy. Although he doesn't drink or smoke. Winner. He will open up his arms to me and offer me a cigarette, and we'll have a heart-to-heart. We're sick of it all. Yes, they're constant cheating. You put your money in shares hoping to make a bit of cash. They stole it all. Daylight robbery. Ah, the Moscow Street Renaming Committee. That guy has got drip. They gotta rename some streets. It's important. They're asking a lot. They submitted a request for 50 names to be changed in their district. That's almost 85%. It's a complete de-Bolshevization. Borisovskaya village. Oh, this lady. I love this lady. I don't care about these elections. Nobody will come here anyway. I'll get my pension of 106 rubles and live on it. Oh, you will publish this. They will come and beat me up. Yeah, I mean, we've got schools and yeah, we got lots of Civil War, generals represented all over the place. We got people who started the KKK, Nathan Bedford Forest high schools, yeah, it is important. But there's I don't know. I guess it depends. It just depends. I love this lady though. Are you filming? Not sure what that was worth then, but at that exchange, but today it means $1.04. $1.04 USD. Wow. Who will you vote for? I don't care. I guess. It doesn't matter. Even if we vote, they'll appoint who they've already chosen. And now you're going to publish me. I don't know what she's collecting. Sort of burrs. Back to Pavel and Mother Nina. That lady sounds like me. Yeah, me too. Oh, Pasha. What will we do, Pasha? Do you want to go and fight? The officer says your unit will be sent back on the 25th. But what if on the 23rd you are sent to the front line? Let's go, Pasha. What are you smiling at? I'm going mad. I'll stay here till the 25th. I'm not going to leave you here. Mama, calm down. President Yeltsin was now increasingly drunk. Here we go. Here we go. This is for you, Chess Time Machine. Check that out. Look at that. He's doing so good. The conductor's over there just like, just sheesh. That's the Yeltsin I know. There you go. As well as being responsible for the horror in Chechnya, Russians saw Yeltsin as running a mafia government. It's familiar. That was destroying Russia. Kazan prison in Tatarstan. I'm the head of the, quote, economic mafia, both in Tatarstan and Russia. I've been involved in metal and oil deals. I forgot what the dance is called, but I hope he's going for it, right? I wish. Trump and Yeltsin dance battle to declare world power would have been something. It would have been a lot of, is it Trump's hand job dance? At least if I steal from the state. Hey, that's something, I guess. And the money is left in this country. But the friends of the people stuff their Swiss bank accounts with the people's money. Who is the real mafia then? Me or the government? Well, I mean, Shoshurin decided to run for parliament in the election. Sergei Shoshurin is a famous entrepreneur. He was defending the White House. That's why they arrested him. He's standing as a deputy for the Republic Parliament. Has he been sentenced yet? No, the charges are being dropped one by one. Yeah, okay. Hello, are you going to vote for Sergei Shoshurin? He's got some point, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he's got some point. And I think about how, like, I don't know, just their organized crime throughout history has often attempted to support the communities that these organizations exist in. So it would not surprise me. Like, fucking Al Capone gave out free breakfasts or whatever. Then, the Black Panthers did too. There is a sort of subversion sometimes that also masquerades as care or is also care. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't think that's what he's talking about. Do you recognize him? Shoshurin, you mean? Of course I do. Is he a good guy? Very good. Are you going to vote for him? Definitely. I'd rather have a bandit like him rather than these criminals who sent our boys to Chechnya. Absolutely. Does this sound familiar? Victim of Russian shelling in Grozny, learning to use an artificial limb. You do win a lot of hearts and minds with free breakfast when you give them out to folks who often don't have it. Yep. Ain't that the truth? Murmansk, North Russian coast. That's pretty. Brief horror movie interlude. Yep. Yep. Always. I I think that was like the top of a building, you know, like a one of those peaks supposed to go on the top of a building. Well, Pavel? Pretty architectural thing. What are you waiting for? Let's go and change. Let's go. You mean run? What else? While they are phoning for 2 hours trying to find you, we'll be away from here. Why are they just saying, dear God, it's cold, it's so cold? Well, because they're wearing all that fur and wool. Wool goes a long way, but I mean, dear God, it's cold. Get changed. They won't let us on the plane with these. Are we going by plane? We'll see. Nina's got the hand grenades. The Russians finally took Grozny. Yeah, right? Well, I don't know if they're going home, but they're going somewhere. But in the process, they had completely destroyed the city. Yeah. Is that familiar? Good job, guys. The troops moved on to attack the villages beyond the capital. Cool. Incoming ad. They tried to stop any reporting of the extreme measures they were using. You've just been in the village? Yes, they've destroyed everything, left us nothing. Robbed everything. There's nothing left. They killed people. The journalists came there with us. The Russians took their footage. Their videotapes were taken away. I don't know what happened to the journalists. There were 3 of them, young guys. Everything has been stomped on. All our cows, it's what we do for our living. I know what happened to the journalists. Yeah. I can guess. And Cow does not want to go. Moscow, October 1995. As the election approaches, the Communist Party surged in the polls. They said that the promised democracy had led to a brutal oligarchy that had resulted in thousands dying from poverty and war. It's a nice bell. What does that say? It seemed possible that the communists might take control of Russia again. The Chechen border. We can probably guess. But yeah. I just dumped the grenades. What else could I do? I can read Russian, but I have no idea what I'm saying. Oh, interesting. Zhirinovsky on election talk show with liberal reformer Boris Nemtsov. Let's deal with syphilis. Opening this magazine, I've realized you've got problems. You've slept with 200 women. Playboy. Who told you that? You said it. There's a recording. But we can fix it. You only need 2 shots. You see this? What is this? He's a scoundrel, a scumbag. What do you want me to do if the scumbag says such things? Just normal stuff. Zhirinovsky promised that if he and his Liberal Democrat Party won, there would be no more elections in Russia. Liberal Democrats. Make one last effort. Help us. And you'll never have to vote again. I'm not saying vote for us and maybe in 20 years' time somebody will do something. No, these will be the last elections. The last. Ominous. Also sounds like Trump. Thanks to the hundreds of BBC crews who recorded these events in Russia over the past 35 years. Quite the selling point, yeah. Well, vote for us and you'll never have to vote again. Whoa, so democratic. Yeah. Well, they've been given the impression that democracy makes the milk too expensive. There's chaos. But didn't Donald Trump say something similar?